your Northern Colorado Sports Report.
Hi, I'm Bill Sindwald in for Jeremy Moss. The CSU Rams football team announcing the addition of defensive end Brett Williams today. Williams becomes CSU's fourth summer addition to the 2011 roster. He has 4 years of eligibility, an available redshirt, and the option to play immediately. As a junior and senior at Taft High School in California, Williams tallied 29 sacks in just 25 games. Scout.com rated him as the number 66th outside linebacker in the nation. Sticking with the CSU football, I'm excited, but Ram fans should start to show some excitement for the upcoming season. Aside from the preseason polls, Scott.com's writers Pete Futak's prediction of Colorado State being the surprise team of the Mountain West, Futak also goes on to say sophomore quarterback Pete Thomas deserves to be in a bigger spotlight, even saying that he will have a better season than Boise State's Kellen Moore, and that he is a top pro prospect. CSU's fall camp begins this Thursday, and we will have continued coverage on the Rams later this week. Well, for the first time ever, the top 3 finishers of the Tour de France will be competitors in a U.S. race, and that race will be right here in Colorado. Andy and Frank Schleck will join Cadel Evans in the 2011 USA Pro Cycling Challenge. The race is set to start August 22nd in Colorado Springs and end the 28th in Denver. The Schleck brothers are among the best racers in the world. Andy, a 3-time Tour runner-up, and Frank won last year's Tour de Suzy. Tiger Woods begins preparations for the WGC Bridgestone Invitationals, his first serious competition since mid-May. Wood looks to make a few changes as he's fired his longtime caddy and is using his old-time friend Brian Bell as a caddy for his return tournament. The former world #1 practiced 9 holes today on the Ohio course and showed no signs of limp from an injury he suffered at the Masters in April.
It's been a very long time, and you know, it feels good to be able to go out there today and hit balls like this, go practice and feel nothing and walk around and you know, pretty much do anything I want on the golf course.
Play begins tomorrow with Woods' tee time set for 11:40 a.m. Mountain Time. And finally tonight, since I've got you in the golfing mood, here's a tip from a local PGA pro. Tonight's tip should help you get on the green even easier than ever.
Good evening, I'm Dave McCleve, the PGA head professional at Southridge Golf Club, and here's your tip for the night. Your tip of the night is on chipping tonight. We're going to teach you how to chip, what club to use, and from how far off the green you should be chipping from. Basically, you can chip with any golf club in your bag depending on how far you want the ball to roll out. For tonight's tip, I'm going to choose a gap wedge, an 8-iron, and a 6-iron. I don't need the ball to roll out quite as far. I've got my gap wedge, and what I want to do is have the ball positioned a little bit farther towards my back foot, have the grip end of the club pointed towards my left hip pocket, and then basically I'm making a small putting motion with no wrists to get the ball up in the air, land on the green as quickly as possible, and roll the rest of the way to the hole. For a shot like this where I actually need the ball to roll a little bit farther, I've got my 8-iron. And I'm going to basically do the same thing. Set the ball position a little bit farther back again towards my right foot, point the grip towards my left hip pocket, and then make a nice chipping motion with not too much hands. The ball lands on the green and rolls the rest of the way to the hole. Okay, the last example here, I need the ball to roll quite a bit farther than the other two. So I've got a club with less loft, which is actually a 6-iron in this case. But I'm going to set up the exact same way as I did before and make the same swing, and let the loft of the golf club determine how far the ball is going to roll. Again, you can chip with any club in your bag depending on how far you need the golf ball to roll. A more lofted club, the ball is going to roll a little bit less. Less lofted club, the ball is going to roll out a little bit more. This has been your tip of the night from Dave McCleve, PGA head professional at Southridge Golf Club. Get out of your office and come see me in mine.
Yeah, I'll have to use some of those tips whenever I'm chipping. Either I get it right on or I go to the other hole. Not even that hole. Just chip right over it.
I'm just a pretty bad golfer in general. I'm not even going to try to pretend I'm not. All right, thanks, Bill. Coming up, the bad habits that could be harming more than just your health. And traders are nervous about the fragile state of our economic recovery, even though Washington has sealed the debt deal. The Money Watch and health news next on the only newscast committed to Northern Colorado.